Okay, Paddy Gavitt, are you able to kick us off, please? You good? Paddy, just give me 1 minute, Paddy. Yeah, good.
Okay. All good?
Yeah, Paddy, go for it.
Yeah, okay. Daniel?
Paddy, hi.
Tough day, tough result. Just give us your initial assessment.
Yes, tough day, and it's also tough to take because, of course, we were highly motivated to get off the mark today. In general, football is quite often a game where the team who produces less mistakes and win the game, and this was the key. It was a tight game, 50% possession. I think 12 shots on both sides. But we had too many crucial mistakes in our defending behavior. Our defending behavior was not clinical enough in our own box, and of course, and more or less the goals changed the momentum in the game. And this situation was not one situation. Yeah, we went under load anyhow. So first goal, we are 3 against 3 on the wing, but didn't have enough pressure on the ball and allowed the cross to come in. Yeah, and the cross comes in, and we are 3 against 1 in the box. So with all respect, but Dennis is also not known for scoring many goals with his head. He's not Harry Kane anyhow, and then that he's then capable to be in between my 2 center backs and score a goal. Of course, I would have wished, and we would have wished to do better in this situation. Second goal, a bit the same. Yeah, of course, Matthias was tiring, perhaps a little bit, could have defended the channel run a bit better and the cutback a bit better. But again, when the cutback came in the 2 against 1 situation in order to defend this, and we're not able to do this. And of course, if you produce this type of mistakes, third goal, we are in possession and lost possession because we didn't hit the ball anyhow and invited them then to be there with the counter. If you produce these mistakes on this level, you are punished. And yeah, then we're not clinical enough in order to earn the right today to win the points. And yeah, in this moment we have to be self-critical. Yeah, it was not really a tactical problem. Not one situation where we run underload. No, always an overload, but should have defended much better. If I'm honest, too many defensive mistakes today in order to win the game.
You say today, but obviously that's a theme really. We saw it against Leicester here before the international break. Both their goals, individual errors. How do you cut that out? Is it changing personnel? Is it just working with them on the training pitch?
Well, it was in 30 years ago. It's nowadays and will be in 30 years ago. In 30 years, also the answer. Anyhow, it's not like to feel sorry for yourself. Roll your sleeves up and work on it individually, but also as a team on the training picture. Of course, this is more or less something that we have to improve because we have conceded too many goals so far. Of course, you also always think then a bit about a change of formations also perhaps helps. But if I'm honest, I'm not sure if we're in the 3 against 1 overload, we're not able to deal with the situation. If it helps them to have a fourth player, because we also need to provide also an offensive threat. I think in many situations our game plan for today worked quite well because we wanted today 3 quick players in our front row and also Josh Sargent, a physical threat who opens then a bit more the gaps for Timo Pukki. That really good situations. A great goal that we scored after fantastic pass of Matthias and a great movement of Timo. It was due to that Watford had to defend 3 players with pace anyhow and also who are willing to attack the space in behind. So I think in the offense, it worked quite well. But of course, if then more or less a goal against you always kills your momentum, and especially in the second half, we were the better side. We had this give and go with Timo Pukki and Josh Sargent were pretty close also to go and lead. And then if you then allow the opponent too cheap to go and lead, of course it kills then the whole momentum of the game. And this is definitely the area where we have to improve. We have to make sure that we concede less goals and are more clinical in our defensive behavior in our own box. That's definitely for sure.
You were very clear it wasn't a must-win. You didn't want to package it as that, but did you understand at the end there was some fans obviously very frustrated that a team who came up out of the Championship and they've gone away with the win. Can you understand that frustration from some of the supporters, and what's your message to them tonight?
Yes, of course. So we are the same anyhow. We are also like we are self-critical in this moment. It's also important to be self-critical. We're also not happy with our defensive behavior today in the scenes, and I think the sports were excellent. So I want to fire them a little bit up in the press conference today because we needed a really a top atmosphere in the beginning of the game, and also like in the first half and the second half, and they tried everything. I think they were excellent today. yeah, but if we're then there with these mistakes, it's also like we have to be self-critical. We have to say, okay, come on. Even if we are criticized a little bit or the atmosphere is not great, we have to deal better with the situation. And I have to say the atmosphere during the whole game, till the game was then finished after 3-1 was absolutely excellent. Even in the difficult periods, they helped us also to come back into the game, and our supporters were top class. But then if you produce these mistakes, then everyone is disappointed. And of course, and also our supporters, we're not happy with the result today, and also especially not happy with our defensive behavior.
As you said, we can all see it was a very tough start you were handed, but to lose this game as well today, that's 5 straight defeats. How concerning is that? Are you concerned about the confidence levels with your players? Because obviously losing this type of game is going to hurt a little bit more maybe than, with all respect, to Man City or Liverpool.
Yes, of course. It was always clear that it was a tough start, and for that everyone was a bit concerned because you know how important the momentum is and also the confidence level on this level. And if you have to face 3 out of the best 5 teams in the league and also more or less in the world with Liverpool, Man City, and Leicester, then you could feel a little bit, it's difficult for the moment. For that, it's so important to win the momentum back, to get off the mark, to be there with a result. And that was the reason we were so highly motivated also to get off the mark today. For that, it's then also a tough result for us, a tough day. We have to be honest about this. But it's also not the topic right now then to feel too sorry for ourselves. This is the first game, let's be honest, where it really counts anyhow, where we should be there and win points in order to survive. And in this game we were then not good enough in order to deliver, and this hurts. We have to make sure that the next games that are really then important, we have to do better, especially in our defensive behavior, in order to win these games. And because it was always clear it will be a long road and tough, and there will be, even on the road, there will be setbacks, and also games where you think, okay, these are the games where you should win points, and then you don't win points. That's quite sure. So for that, it's important right now to be there with a good performance, but also with a good result, because there's no replacement for points, there's no replacement for wins, for the whole mood, also for the confidence level. And we have to make sure that pretty quick we also deliver with a good result.
Final one from me. You've already mentioned them, but just your overall assessment of Norman and Kabak, and obviously get better now for that first outing in the Premier League.
We are pretty happy that we have them, and I don't blame them today, because they're just 1 week together with us, like I mentioned. So with Ozan, his last league game was just in April, and for Matthias also not easy after coming from the Russian league, with all respect, but it's not the league here from the English the level of the English Premier League. I think they've shown some promising signs. Matthias, as long as he was capable to deliver with workload, fantastic pass for Timo Pukki. I think he's shown in many scenes why we were so greedy to sign him, and gave us also a bit of a physicality in the deep 6 role. And also Ozan, I think in many scenes he was really excellent, also in the build-up, and also with his physical presence. Yes, of course, in the goal he was also a bit involved, but I'm also quite confident that as long as he works together with us, he will improve also from day to day. This was also perhaps also a bit the proof today, why I'm also sometimes careful in bringing some players in who are not there with 100%, but we all got the feeling right now it's the right moment also to start, because at any point we had to throw them into the cold water. And this 90 minutes will also help Ozan in order to find his best level. I was in general pleased with both of them, but both of them has also space for improvement. Matthias could defend the general run a bit better. Ozan, the situation with the goals, he could have done a little bit better. But we will speak about this, and I'm pretty sure they will also improve and grow from day to day, and we're all happy that we have them.
Thanks, Daniel. Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Thanks, Paddy. Mark.
Hi, Daniel. I didn't help. I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's the first time the crowd reacted like that. Even when you were going down the season before, they didn't really turn on the team. Are you worried that the fans are starting to give up hope?
No, so in general was also due that in the last home games we didn't have any supporters there. I think once we would have relegated in front of all reporters there, no one would have been happy. And again, so we can't complain about this. So once we are there, in general, I think they were supportive the whole game, backed us also during difficult spells. But of course, they are also disappointed once we lose a game 3-1, and we are also not good enough in our defending behavior like today, and gave the goals of course, too cheap away with the 2 goals we conceded, the first and the second goal, although we were in overload, and the third goal when we give the possession away because we didn't hit the ball anyhow. Yeah, of course, then no one is really happy anyhow for that. I think it's important in this moment to be self-critical, and we are united with our supporters, and they have all the right also in this moment to be disappointed. So I don't think that anyone will give up hope here in Norwich. But of course, each and every player is today disappointed. But this doesn't mean that in a few hours, in a few days, we will keep going again and try to be there with good result against Liverpool, and also get good result at Everton, and also to keep going in this way.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, Mark. Sonia.
Hi, Daniel.
Done.
Just one question from me. Obviously it's a disappointing result today, but how do you turn things around with Liverpool on Tuesday?
Yes, first of all, it's important that we speak about this topic today, and it's always the best not to feel too sorry for yourself, always to be honest and to be self-critical. We speak about the situation where we should have done better. We analyze this game also in a pretty self-critical way, and this is the first moment then also to deal with the situation, and also then to roll the sleeves up and to work on the training pitch in order to improve this behavior. Of course, there's not that much time anyhow, so for that my players are also experienced. They know that they should have dealt better with the situation, and they are more disappointed than anyone else. So for that, it's also not up to me to punish them too much in the dressing room and at the training ground. So it will also be important to keep the spirits high, but we'll also be self-critical, because to deal with it in an honest way is always the best solution.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Sonia. Anybody else? Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, everyone.